The current innovation process used by corporates is a non-linear approach with redundant phases that in most cases are not efficient, not adequate, and could provide not the best possible solutions, but only one that could work. So in the end, the risk of choosing the wrong technology is pretty high. Analyzing the data and the strategies provided by innovation experts, we have identified the most effective strategy and designed a linear approach that provides a better outcome. Let's dig deep into it. First of all, you have to define clear goals aligned between units. Currently, most of the business units define the corporate goals, and the innovation department has to find technology solutions fitting the requested needs. But this approach can create unlimited problems. For example, goals will be defined with a limited imagination capacity from people too focused on their state of the art. Expectations could be set too low in comparison to the technology landscape. Brand development and conservancy will be the center of a strategy. There will be no space for discussing disruptive innovative solutions. Engaging the heads of different business departments within the company to define the innovation goals, and maybe inviting innovative consultants to the discussion, make sure to uncover all the relevant opportunities. Use design thinking or other nonlinear approaches to uncover opportunities to scout. Continue tracking and discussing them periodically with the business units. For a better alignment, you have to lay out the entire process to have a clear mission shared by all the departments. When shareable goals are well defined, you have to scout solutions perfectly matching your need everywhere, without really considering your field or the type of technology you're supposed to be interested in. Be focused on the solution's purpose and identify use cases matching the company goals. Keep in mind two important things. First, real innovation is hidden between sectors and technologies. To find the best solutions, you have to search in a technology agnostic way. Second, the most important thing, the business department generally has not an innovation mindset. This means you cannot convince them with amazing technologies. You have to bend their will using a perfect match between corporate goals and technology purpose. Being focused on the outcome and not on the technology will align the business department and the innovation department mindset, making easy the adoption of novel solutions. Also, keep always in mind to scout smart and scout fast. Widen your scouting horizon, considering solutions in different industries and markets. Look where others are not able to see, between and beyond innovation. And avoid common traps like overhype. It is a real issue. It's hard for people to understand the reality of a specific technology. You need to be smarter than others. Don't focus too narrow inside your ecosystem. Remember that companies use marketing jargon about themselves. You have to ask the outcomes. Buzzwords are not driving innovation. Don't be fooled by them. Once a perfect match is obtained, the assessment must assume a different role. If technology provides exactly the desired outcomes from a business unit, the company can take on the burden of moving forward with its development, even if it's not mature enough. It's easier to find solutions to make things work when something is aligned with your willingness. To be effective in this phase, you have to consider the proof of concept as part of assessment. Find a way to make it fast and cheap. Interact with other departments, collecting their feedback about the novel solution. To open opportunities, find possible bottlenecks, and engage and excite people at an early stage. People from different backgrounds interpret information in different ways. Remember, this is a key concept in your assessment phase. This will avoid you making a no-sense assessment, risking losing your next big opportunities because of not enough involvement of the different stakeholders of the innovation process. Some of the big issues here are a deep assessment process without a proof of concept doesn't make sense. Assessment is based on documents, pilots, and evidence. Keep this in mind. Decision makers expect technology to be more mature than possible. They often have unreasonable expectations. It's your role to convince them the final outcomes are strong enough to take the risk. Continue back and forth between assessment and technology scouting because of no alignment with company goals, it's a waste of time. So, if a perfect match with the company goals is found from the beginning, and the different stakeholders were involved in the different phases, the adoption process will be easier, faster, and more successful. This is because people already agreed on technologies explored. Having a perfect match lowers the defenses about technology adoption, making people more interested and cooperative. Running more pilots in the assessment phase boosts the innovation mindset of the people in the company. And you will see people start requesting novel solutions, uncovering unexpected opportunities within the company. Starting from this new approach and implementing the different best practices underlined, it's possible to optimize the entire innovation process, accelerating it and providing better outcomes, as you can see in the comparison graph. So probably now you have several questions. Let me try to reply to some of them. What about if the company or the colleagues are skeptical about this? Totally understandable. Do not force them to use it, but start using it by yourself. Once you're providing better outcomes quicker, they will ask you how possible it is. And that will be the time to show the magic. Does this work for any type of market? Yes, it does. The approach works perfectly in any market. In the most complex, you need only to dig deeper into the needs in order to better identify them before starting looking for solutions. But this approach works and provides much better results than the current one used. Does this work for any company size? Sure. This approach is independent of company size. It works for large enterprises, small businesses, and even freelancers. In large companies, you probably have to use it by yourself first in order to prove to others it works before convincing them. But they will be interested in it for sure once you provide better outcomes. Does this work for any type of technology? Yes, of course. You are looking for solutions, and solutions are everywhere. This is an approach that will just change the way you are looking for them. It can be applied to any type of technology, but also any solution search. What should I do to start? Try to understand business requirements in deep and ask questions about the reason behind them. Most of the time, the first mistake in finding the right technology is inside the initial request. Then remember that innovative solutions can arrive from everywhere. A large company as a single innovator, from a large country or a small unknown town, from your competitor like a company in a totally different sector. Do not set limits. Limits are the first enemy of innovations. Look everywhere and be focused on the need, not the technology. What should I do to fight the mindset? Don't do that. Fighting the mindset is a game lost. You have to satisfy the mindset, giving what it really needs. Find what is the reason behind a specific requirements and satisfy that. How should I convince other people or departments to use this approach? Don't do that. As written, mindset is difficult to change. You have to prove to them it works. So start using it by yourself and show the results you can provide. Once you provide better outcomes quicker, they will ask you how you achieve them.